All right, we are all the way live. Hi, everybody. Right. This is Kendell Lenice, and this is Kendell Lenice Live, where I talk to amazing people. This was Kendell Lenice Live, the interview series. I'm not sure if Ahisha knows. I think she knows, but this is the premiere of season 2, and she is the first guest coming out the gate for season 2 of Kendell Lenice Live, the interview series. But this season, I wanted to do it a little differently because the last season I was talking, to still amazing people, right? Doing amazing things, amazing professions. But season 2, I wanted to take it here to the heart. I wanted to talk to people about, as a life coach, this is what I do. So I wanted to talk to people about the inner. So in season 2, that's what we're going to be talking about, like that happy place. How do the people find peace, finding love and all of that things. Titles are nice with the things we do, but they're just that. They're the things we do. But I wanted to talk to the people. We might find out what the people do for a living on season 2, but probably not, because this really doesn't matter for this season. I wanted to just do something different with this show, because on IG Live, I'm interviewing celebrities, and in tea and conversation, I'm talking about, people's careers and everything else in between. But this one, I wanted to keep it solely on the inner man per se. So when I was thinking about who my first guest would be, she doesn't do this, y'all. So I'm so honored. Like, this is not her thing per se. So I'm so honored that she decided to come. And before I introduce her, let me tell you why I decided to have her. Let me just make sure, because this is all the way live. Let me just make sure everything is everything, so she can tell her kids and everybody, look, Mama, I'm on TV. So she can tell. Because now people are pulling up the YouTube, as they say, on the television.
Yes.
So you should see it. Let's see. Just making sure. Let's see. And I don't know if you can see it yet. Before I introduce you, I haven't even told the people your name, because they're tricked now. I don't see it. Sometimes it takes a moment. Give us 1 second, because it's on, obviously, YouTube Live, but we want to make sure her people on Facebook see this as well. So just give us a moment. Let's see. Well, I don't want to take too much time doing that. I'll just look and see. But all right. So again, I wanted to have this show this way for this reason. It was important that I do that. Okay, there we are. All right. I'm going to tag you.
Okay.
And it's your whole name on Facebook, right?
Yes.
All right. And I'm back.
Okay.
But
I'm trusting that you know what you're doing. I know.
I won't do that, but I know this is your first time, so I wanted to put it on your Facebook, at least if they didn't have the link. I know you said you had the link, but either way, they'll be able to watch it. All right. So the reason why I decided to start with season 2, and I wanted to have this beautiful woman you see before you, is because I know her from she a homegirl.
You got it.
Jersey.
Yay, Jersey girl.
But she also lives in Maryland. That I was reminded she lives in Maryland, like I do as well. But every time I'm scrolling through social media, her face stops me. Like, no lie, it stops me, because I can see the joy and the happiness oozing from the photos. She's smiling. And you know how some people can smile and it's not genuine, and you like, okay, there's something behind those eyes. But with her, it's coming from the inside out. So before I go on, I want to introduce you, everyone. This is Ahisha.
Hello, everybody.
And this is how, okay, so we know, y'all know my new book is My Personal Journey of Peace, right? A 30-day guided journal. And this is for people to find their peace, get their peace back, reclaim it, rediscover it, all of that. Because as a life coach, but not even that, as a woman, I want to see people in this place where they're content, they're happy, and they get their peace back. And when I interviewed Nene Leakes, she from the Housewives, she was saying that she was in a place where she was trying to get her happy back. Mm-hmm. Then I remember an old video I did 2 years ago on this same YouTube channel. I was talking about people getting their happy back. And then if you're a fan of Terry McMillan, she had a book called, Getting Back Your Happy, or Getting Your Happy Back. And that was going to be the sequel to Waiting to Exhale. So I've been about this, and this lady clearly is on the right journey. And then she comes on and look at the background. Just pause at the background. Tell the people what you need. And she came wearing yellow, so y'all know she's happy. That sunshine color. Look at her.
I can't help it. I can't help it, Kendell.
Yes,
I just can't help it.
I'm telling you, it's infectious. It truly, truly is. And I'm not telling no story, like they say. When I see you on social media, it makes me stop every single time. And I'm looking at you. So tell the people what's going on in your background, because I'm loving it. I got to come over there.
Yes. So what you see in the background is called the Glam Zebo. This is my special place. A few months back, a mentor of mine said, hey, create your own space. Create that special place that's just for you. And I didn't really even understand, like, what is that for? So for me to meditate, for me to do whatever. And let me tell you, when I put my heart in it and created this space, it was like my world changed for me. I finally had used it as a symbol of, now that you have this space, use it for you first.
Yeah.
Use it to get yourself together first. Yeah. And so this is the Glam Zebo. Like I said, this is my happy place. And I love it. It has been a blessing to me in some of the most amazing ways, not just for myself, but for the people who have come and visit me. I feel like there's just a special vibe here, and I'm so thankful to the universe for it.
So this is in your home. This is inside.
It's actually outside. It's almost like a tree house. It's a gazebo that's on stilts with a deck and everything, and it's just amazing. It was kind of like just a plain old gazebo. I'll have to show you some before pictures, but it's my space now.
I'm definitely coming. Let me tell you, I'm definitely stopping past.
Yes, the vibe is nothing but happiness.
We're gonna have to do a live right there in front of that.
Oh yes,
I'm just
come have some tea with me, Kendell. Come have some tea with me,
girl. So this is a place, and I'm so for that, Ahisha, because I tell people all the time they need to carve out a space just for them, where it's their happy place, their secret place, their place of solitude, whether it's meditation, prayer, or just trying to find some type of peace of mind. And you have carved that out.
Yes.
Right, exactly. How long ago did you build that? And did you have the gazebo first and then you started creating it?
Right. So where I am, I don't own it. So the gazebo was already here. And it was just kind of like a regular gazebo. It had nothing in it. Like it was an old table in here or whatever. And I decided to renovate it and, kind of do my own thing. I've always been a crafter. So everything is kind of like self-made, staples, tape, and glue.
Yeah.
But, once I got it together, like I saw the vision in my head, and once it came to fruition, it was just like this energy filled this place. And it has not changed. The sun shines in. I hear the birds. I fall asleep out here sometimes. I'm so at peace and so relaxed. I get to, wake up in the morning. So whatever the weather is, it's not in the gazebo. No matter what the weather is outside, the gazebo is always safe. It's always warm. It's always dry. And I'm blessed to be here.
Okay. I'm officially jealous. I want for my sister what I want for myself, but I'm officially jealous. A good kind of jealous, because it's beautiful, Ahisha. Like that is a dream. And I'm definitely, I have my happy space within my home. But as I was telling Ahisha before we started, I'm outgrowing my home. My daughter just came back from college, just stuff everywhere because, you know, when they're away at college, you kind of take over. I was using my Lenice boutique stuff in her room. I was putting stuff. So now my stuff has to come out and then her stuff is still here and we're trying to figure it out. So right now we're walking over suitcases and bags and trunks and all kind of stuff because she graduated. So everything had to come back. And I do have my space, but when I move, I want to have one of those little storage houses. You know how they have the storage units? That's what I want for my she shed, my personal.
Right, this is like a she shed, right? Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Only mine's the Glam Zebo.
Right, I love it. So it's outside. So do you have a covering? So that covering that we see, is that wood back there?
Right. So it's like your regular standard gazebo, right? Okay. I got all the windows, so it's like 8 windows around. And what I did was
can you take that back around there?
Yeah. So what I did was I winterized. So underneath the shades, you know, because a gazebo is all open window, right? So I winterized it. I covered all the windows in plastic, you know, so that I have heat, I have air, I have lights. At night, it's so romantic at night. Oh my God, I love it at night. I'll have to send you the nighttime pictures, like the best.
Did you, when you first started this, were you putting some of the pictures on Gram or Facebook?
I was.
I think I remember that. I have to go back now.
Right. A part of the Glam Zebo experience, not just for me, but when I have guests over, it is to spoil them. So when you come to the Glam Zebo, you are going to have an amazing meal. You're going to have an amazing time. You're going to get to woo-saw and laugh and joke. The Glam Zebo session is whatever you need and however the universe meets us. And the only thing that you ever have to bring to the Glam Zebo is something to drink.
Wait, let me look. It's not a lot of times I'm speechless, Ahisha.
So I'm not a drinker.
Is amazing.
Thank you. So that's the only gift that you have to bring.
Not because it's alcohol. I'm not saying alcohol because it's amazing, but because you have a space for everything. You have thought of everything to bring peace and for people to come over there and be happy, even if they've had a hard day or even if they haven't reached their personal journey of peace yet or they're going through it. They know that even if it's chaotic at their job, at their home, with the kids, with the husband, with the wife, or whoever, they can come
to the Glam Zebo
and find some peace and happiness.
Yes, absolutely. There's no negative energy here.
Wow.
Yeah, and no negative energy.
The color scheme. People don't realize the color schemes affect your mood and affect your happy.
So true.
Your peace. So I think I know the answer, but were you intentional about what colors you were going to use in there?
So this is what happened. So I had a comforter set and I'm very matchy. Like that's my thing, right? So I switched over and I had these pillows left over, which were the happy place pillow. And then this color here. So I decided, well, actually it's not, it's more like a salmon? For like a salmon.
Like salmon, okay.
And so I went out and I bought this fabric here that had all those colors in it. And I bought these sofa cushions off of like, I think it was like a Marketplace or something like that for $20. And because the gazebo is round, it's all in like that Moroccan sitting style. There are no chairs. You get comfortable. You get down on the floor and the cushions are so soft that you literally can fall back. So you don't have to worry about, I can't get down or my knees. You just can fall back. The pillows will catch you and keep you safe.
Okay, I'm getting more jealous as we go. That is my type of place. Can you show the floor for a minute?
Not really. Let me see, because the way I have it set it up, you won't really be able to see it. What I'll do is I'll post some pictures. I'll post some pictures.
Okay, I don't want you to mess it up.
I kind of reconfigured it so the camera sets right.
No, that's perfect. I don't want you to move that. That's why I asked first. So, okay, so clearly this is your happy place. You even bought the pillow, had the pillow first to build around that.
And that's exactly what I did.
So let's start that. Because building around, your happy place even before you get your happy place.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, and that's for somebody to catch that. I hope y'all caught that. So even if you don't have essentially the space that Ahisha has, or you don't have a gazebo or glamzebo, you see where I'm going with it. You did it. It starts here. It starts in your mind and in your spirit and in your soul, trying to find that peace, whether it's meditation, whether it's prayer, whether it's both, whether it's some people speak to their ancestors, however you do it, and whoever you're talking to, a good friend, or just really having conversations with yourself, just trying to figure out what's going on. Where did you start your happy journey? Like, what made you say, you know what, doggone it, I deserve some happiness around these parts?
Yeah. You know what, Kendell, I'm going to say, like, you know, most people may be surprised by this, but I lost a relationship. One of the most important relationships of my life. I lost it. I broke up with myself. I lost that relationship right there. I lost the ability to love me, take care of me, laugh at myself, love myself, think of myself as beautiful, intelligent, needed, all of that. I broke up with myself a long time ago. And then I finally realized that I am never going to be happy until I fall in love with me again.
You just gave me a chill that went directly up my back. When you said that, I can feel a chill going through. Do you know how powerful that is?
I do now.
Do you know how many people right now need to hear it, whether they're watching live or the playback?
Yes.
Do you realize what you just said?
Yes. Listen, it was that epiphany. It was that moment of knowing that I, for all of my life, just about had been giving out what I wasn't giving to myself and being disappointed. You know, I was one of those people who said, you made me feel this way. You make me this, and you make me that, and you make me this. Until I realized nobody has control over me but me.
That's right.
Nobody can make me happy or unhappy. Nobody can make me feel loved or unloved. Nobody can make me the black sheep or not the black sheep. I make that choice. And once I realized that I control me, it seemed like things just began to fall into place. That joy was so eminent. It was so waiting and ready to be released that once it happened, it was like magic, Kendell. It was like my life became magical in the last few months.
Wow. Tell the people how old you are.
I am going to be 49 on June 16th. And I am so excited about that. Yes, girl. That Gemini love, there ain't nothing like it.
This is that Gemini power right here. Okay.
Right.
June 16th, June 17th, I'll be 50, she'll be 49. And I brought that up for a reason, because y'all know my saying, it's never too late to remix your life. And I didn't just coin the phrase like I am that, I live that. And sometimes remixing your life is a matter of life and death. And you were dying. You were alive, but you were dying because you forgot about loving you and being kind to you and knowing that you matter and seeing your value and seeing your worth. You were giving everything that you had in you away.
Yes.
So at 49 years old, or 48 years old, you said, hold up now, wait a minute. What was that one thing that happened where you said, I think I'm doing this all wrong?
It was realizing it wasn't just one thing. So that's a thing I should say. It started even before the pandemic, but the pandemic was kind of like my catalyst that gave me that freedom to say, reinvent, do something different. You know, and I have this saying that I've been saying this whole year. We have a choice. We can either live dying or die living. And it's all about how you look at it. It's all about what your perspective is. And I'm going to say this real quick. My name means life. Ahisha means life. And so how could I have that name and know what it means my whole entire life? Because my mama told me from day one and all my life, and not live. and not be the epitome of life and have that name that means something that is so powerful, because she lost 3 babies before me. And when I came, she was like, that one right there, she's life. Wow. And so I got to live it.
Wow.
I got to live it.
That's deep. Like that right there. And on so many levels. Okay. So when we're naming our children, and I'm for a name, my children's names mean something. I'm for that, because I believe that you're speaking over your children by giving them the name and speaking certain things into existence and having certain qualities and attributes by just the name you carry.
Right.
And like you said, your mother gave you that name because of everything that you just said. But sometimes along the way, no matter what we're going through, whether we're breaking up with ourselves or other people, or having kids or leaving, or, finding a job, losing a job, finding friends, losing friends, whatever is, you still have to circle back to who you are.
Right.
And that meaning of your name, which is life. So for you to come back full circle and say, hold up, like, I'm not even living up to who I am and who I was called to be.
I'm not even making myself happy, let alone other people.
Woo! That's so a series of things happen in your life. And you
quite a few things.
Right. And you realize I'm not happy and I need to get my life back. What was that first thing you did to say, you know what? I ain't sure gonna get that happy back. What was that first thing that you did?
That first thing was allowing it.
Because the radiance, I just want y'all see this, right?
So,
the radiance is coming up right now.
I can't even help it, right? I can't even help it. So here's the thing, right? So you go through your life, right? And as a woman of 49 and you of 50, there's so many things that we've been through, right? There's so many lessons that we've learned. There's so many experiences like that are, some of them I don't remember. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people run into me and go, do you remember? And I go, oh, wow, I don't even remember, right? But it's all about what we do with all those things and how we apply them. And when I say that, I don't mean like, okay, living in the past. A lot of us live in the past. A lot of us have this saying like, I need closure and I got to revisit the past and I got to do this. Listen, I don't. Who I used to be is not who I am today. So what do I need to keep going back for her? She doesn't exist anymore. She is an afraid person. She's an unhappy person. She's a dead person. She's a person with no peace with her children. She's a person who doesn't have love in her life or money or anything. Why do I want to keep revisiting her? She's gone. This new girl, man, she's so excited about life. This new girl has embraced her gray hair and feels magical. This new girl walks down the street and expects magical things to happen for her. And they do. I expect the flowers to come back to life. I expect people to say hello to me. I expect the bums on the street to give me a high five. That's what I expect. And I'm living that life, Kendell. I am living that life. When I walk down the street, I get responses based on what I give out.
Yeah.
I give out love, I receive love. I give out peace, I receive peace. I give out joy, I receive joy. I give out abundance, I receive abundance. And the first person I had to do all of that for was for me. I love me so abundantly now. I'm taking care of my skin. I'm taking care of my hair. I'm taking care of my body. I'm taking care of my mind. I meditate. I journal every day, all day. I can't get enough of it. It's just what I do. I'm giving myself the gift of happiness. I'm choosing to be happy. I'm making an effort to be happy. I make lists of things that make me happy. So when the contrast comes to make me feel down, I can go to my list and go, oh, wait. Oh no, there's something to be happy about. I found it. I got it. Make lists of what makes you happy. Intentionally be happy.
Let me tell you something. It's the girl for me. When you said this girl, it's the girl for me at 49 and 50, the girl. It's the abundance for me. It's the making the choice and making the list and figuring out what makes you happy. It's the walking down the streets and the flowers for me. It's everything that you say.
Yes.
It's the joy coming from the bottom of your feet, coming through out here. I can see it. I can see it. And everybody watching, I know y'all can feel this. So if you're watching it live or the playback, leave your comments. Leave your comments, because if you found your happy, or if you're looking for your happy, or you just need to get it back, leave some comments. If you are not inspired by Ahisha right now, and it doesn't matter how old you are, if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s,
70, 80.
70s, 8, exactly, and 90s, if you're watching this, you can always get that happy back. It's about making that choice and seeing the things, like you said, brilliant, to write down the things that make you happy. And I love the fact that, I wrote a journal, so guided journal. I love journals and writing. Yes. I'm a meditation practitioner. That's why I'm really jealous of that room, because I can see some good meditation going on in that room.
I do Reiki in here. I've had massages in here. Listen, this room was meant to be.
Look, y'all, Kendelllenice Live supporters, my YouTube channel, y'all are gonna see me in the glamzebo. I guarantee you. I'm going to see Ahisha. I'm not just.
All you gotta do is tell me what you love to eat. Tell me what you love to eat, and I'll make it happen.
Girl, like you gonna be like, Kendell's still over there.
Kendell, is that the 7th episode in the glamzebo?
Look, she's still over here. No, but it's so, you can tell the piece that's coming from you in everything that you're doing. So when people saw this Ahisha a few months ago, or coming out of the funk, or the old Ahisha during the pandemic, what did they say to you? Hopper, who this woman?
Exactly. Kendell, I am a person who is very blessed to have made some amazing new friends, but I also have some amazing old friends. I mean, I still have friends that I've known for 30 plus years that I'm still in contact with, and it's so phenomenal sometimes to sit with people and see, what people think of you, or they've known you since you were this little girl and now you're this, adult woman. But I think the one thing that I am so proud of, is that I do cherish my friendships. I do cherish the people who have loved me for who I am, regardless, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of that. But most importantly is that, I'm so embracing of this person that I am, that I magnetize things to me, and I understand that now. I'm attracting all the good things that the universe already had for me. I'm no longer being that person who's stopping my blessings. I'm no longer being that person who's filling myself with doubt. I realized something that I used to say. I used to say I was a black sheep of my family, right? And then one day, Kendell, I realized that nobody called me that but me. Nobody in my family had ever called me the black sheep. I gave myself that label.
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Nobody in my family saw me as the black sheep. A little crazy, a little wild, but I'm that sister that's always going to come through for you. But nobody saw me as the black sheep. Right. I put that label on myself.
They saw you as an individual. That is so poignant what you said, because there's so many people that answer to these labels, whether we give them to ourselves or other people give them to us, all of these labels, and you start to hide behind these labels and be these labels. And then you realize after years, wait a minute, I'm not the black sheep. Nobody called me the black sheep. I'm not the this. And the minute that you take that coat off or that cloak, then you're already lighter right there.
I felt like I was floating. I was levitating. Like, wow. Oh, this is what it feels like to be free.
Wow. So why do you think you put that label on yourself?
Because I was different, or I heard other people say it, oh, that's me. Yeah, I'm different. I must be the black sheep. You know what I mean? Not really understanding my value in my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, really, really, really appreciating who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, how many friends I have or who calls me for advice or anything like that, but really appreciating that these hands heal. These words give comfort. These arms show love. And knowing that I have all of that inside of me to give to other people and to myself. Like that right there is like exciting to me.
Yes.
I know walk down the street and I can make somebody smile just by my energy alone.
Yeah, I see that.
I can receive their energy into me. When I meet people who are joyous, I receive their energy. And when I meet people who are negative, I try to give them mine. I try to give them my sunshine. You know, like I say, my sun love. That's what my posts are about. I don't care if I make money off of my posts. I don't care if 1 million people start following me. If one person says, your sun love, your joy, your smile, your words of encouragement made me feel better.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. Somebody else came out of the darkness and into the light. I don't even care if they thank me. I don't even care if they say, hey, it was because of you. I don't need that recognition. I don't need it. Because I know it's working for me. I know it is. I'm living a magical life and I can't, you know, I can't be unhappy about that. I just can't be.
I don't even know what I want to say right now because you are touching my soul right now. You are touching my spirit. And I do tons of talk shows and I'm never at a loss of words. And right now I'm being extremely intentional about what I want to say and how I want to, what I'm feeling from you. Mm-hmm. And it really is, did it go out? Can you hear me?
No, you're breaking a little bit, but I can still hear you. Yeah.
Okay. And can you see it's breaking up?
No, your voice broke up a little bit, but you're clear now.
Okay. Girl, I pray over this Wi-Fi because sometimes it wants to act the way it wants to act. So before I do, I'll be like, Lord, you know, sometimes it's extremely clear and then sometimes it just has a mind of its own. But I just want to make sure I get this out and you can hear me. When I look at you and what I hear you saying is that at one point you didn't have this.
No.
But you decided to be this person. And I think that that's so poignant because there are so many people that feel, and you said it earlier about who you were or who your past and why do you want to even go back there? Why do you even want to talk about that? There are so many people living in that space that it hurts my heart because they don't realize they can make a change like this. Yes. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen overnight, but it does start here. And you have to know that it is possible. So I hope you all are listening to what Ahisha is saying, just making that choice. Like, I don't want to go back there. I was broken. I was hurt. I was mad. I was sad, whatever it was. Why would I want to go back there and keep reminiscing on there? I'm deciding for myself and for my life and for the people around me that I'm going to bring sun love. I'm going to bring happiness. I'm going to bring peace. I'm going to bring kindness. I'm going to bring these things. And if I can do it for me, then if you walk past me, I can do it for you.
I can do it for you.
And that's such a beautiful space to be. What did your kids say when they seen this new mom?
You know, my son said something to me that kind of touched my heart, right? Because, you know, your kids, you know, on Instagram and Facebook, and you're not cool. You might think you are, but you're not. Your kids will show you quickly that you are not cool. But I went recently to California to see my daughter who's pregnant, and my son, I took him with me. He hadn't seen his sister in a while, but we were talking about the fact that I'm, so on Instagram and on Facebook now, which confessions, the reason I got on Instagram was to stalk my son. I just wanted to know what's going on in that adult life,
Right. I feel
but, he said something. He said, Mom, he said, sometimes I'm scrolling through on Instagram and then boom, there's my mom and this energy. And let me tell you, Kendell, that touched my heart like nothing else. Like any other compliment that anybody could give me to have my son say, your energy, Mom, it's like, boom, it's just there, that your children notice that you aren't unhappy.
They'll tell you the truth because
all.
they know the real deal. They know what the in and outs of you, and you know.
They know your secrets.
Right. That's for real.
Yes.
That's for real. So when they say that, I can imagine how you felt.
Oh, I felt like so like, wow, you know, because kids, you know, they can either be like, or, you know, or rah, you know what I mean? They can take it or leave it sometimes, and they can be so brutally honest sometimes. So that, you know, it meant so much. Or even this year, you know, with my daughter and being that mom that could give her advice on finding her joy, you know, on dealing with anxiety and the changes that she was going through, and not being that mom that was like co-signing on her, you know, like, yeah baby, be unhappy. You know, you know, I was like, oh no. Right. Let's talk about how to get out of that. You know, those are things that as a mother, looking at myself as a mom now versus who I was back in the day, I don't put myself down as a mom because I was a new mom, but I am so happy of the things that I'm able to give my children now. And, you know, there's nothing that they can't come to me, and that I know I can help them find the joy of any situation.
Yeah.
That reality. And somebody might say, wait a minute, Ahisha. So you're telling me, what if somebody comes and says, oh, my best friend died in a tragic accident, or I got raped, or the most horrific thing happened, right? It's still your choice of how you let that make you feel. It is still your choice. You can either say, well, this terrible thing happened and I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to settle in. I'm going to let the gloom take me over. I'm going to what I call wallow in it. Or I can say, hey, stuff happens in life, and I'm going to try to find my inner joy about it. I'm going to try to find my inner joy. What possibly could be positive about this? There's always something positive if you want to find it.
Yeah.
Always. Either it made you stronger, it made you look at things differently, it made you grow. There's always something positive. And if you are intentional to find, you will have it. It's so
true. It's so true. If you're just tuning in live, we are talking about finding your joy and keeping it. If you are catching it now in the middle, if you're catching it now in the middle, you can go back. It'll be available, of course, still on my YouTube channel. Do me a favor and subscribe, so when we have shows like this, you are notified, because there's nothing but this type of goodness on this page. My page is about education, elevation, and entertainment, and it's about changing the narrative of us and showing us in different ways. That's what my entire page is about. So I definitely, you know, I wanted to do this show with you, finding your joy and keeping it. Because sometimes people have the joy and then the joy dissipates, whether they lose their job or career or marriage or relationships, or this happens or that happens, and you have it and then you lose it. How would you advise someone to get their joy back? First, how do they, because you talked about finding it. So let's just talk quickly about finding it again and then keeping it, that joy.
Right. So the first thing that helped me to find my joy, because I was always one of the people that somebody says, oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I'm like, I don't think that far in advance. You know, I'm living day to day. And I still agree with that. But the difference is that I literally sat down and found what makes me happy. So in other words, to say, Ahisha, what are the things that make you smile? Like my photography and going out and seeing things in nature. Let me tell you, photography changed my whole entire life. Like it made me slow down and stop and take notice of all the amazing things that we so quickly walk by. It was listing out the sunshine makes me happy, and the birds make me happy, and driving in my car safely makes me happy, and the traffic is clear makes me happy, and the gas was less makes me happy, and my cell phone bill was lower. Like it is literally finding every little thing that could possibly give you joy and understanding that. Just thinking about it makes my vibration raise. It is being grateful for everything. Let me stop right. Let me say right there. That's it right there. Being grateful for everything brings me joy. The moment I start being thankful, I immediately elevate. I immediately come out of whatever could possibly be trying to make me sad. It is that intentional thing. It is saying, hey, you know, stuff happens today. I'm a little low. What can I do to fix it? Instead of saying I'm a little low, I'm just going to stay low.
Yeah.
You know, I make lists. I do something called a grateful blitz that I'm learning. There's a lot of people out like Andrew Cap, and there's what's her name? Abraham Hicks is another teacher. And a lot of these things that they teach you is about understanding what makes you happy. Like really knowing what that is. A lot of
people don't know. You
don't know, right? And then it's letting go. It's understanding why you want it, right? Because the bottom line is we all want everything we want to be happy, right? Really? I mean, when you get deep about everything you want money to be happy. You want children to be happy. You want a husband to be happy. You want a house to be happy. You want a car to be happy. You want a job to be happy. That's the bottom line, right? As soon as we stop lying about that, right? That's the only reason we want anything. The only reason I even want to do something for you, Kendell, is because it makes me feel good, right?
Right.
Making you feel good makes me feel good. So that's everything. The bottom line is making yourself happy. And if you don't know what makes you happy, and the only thing you know is what makes you unhappy, then that's exactly what you will attract into your life.
Get more. I just literally, before we did this show, I just did a video on TikTok saying just that. That just gave me the chills, because the more that you get, that's how the law of attraction works, is both ways. If you keep thinking about something you don't want, you're going to get more of what you don't want. If you keep thinking about what you want, you're going to get more of that. And you have to know, and you have to know what makes you happy. When I think about what makes me happy or what brings me joy, is sincerely a place like where you are, having that piece of space carved out for you where you can see the sunlight, you can see that natural light. I'm a fan of natural light. I love natural light, coming inside, being outside in the natural. I love boats and water. I was just on one this weekend. I want to get in an RV and just drive. Like, that's something that I want to do
that's
so
on my
bad,
list.
Just that whole thing, just sitting by the water, in the water with boats, just all of that. Like certain things, painting makes me happy. Painting a portrait or polishing my nails or, whatever, finding that, writing in my journal, just writing, speaking to people like you, like that kind of thing brings me joy. And you have to really be in tune with who you are and knowing what you like and what brings you happy, like what brings those vibrations up. When I do this, I feel like this. When I do that, I feel like this. So do less of this and more of this.
And more of that. Yeah. And you know what else, Kendell? Don't be afraid of contrast, right? Nobody lives a perfect life. Everything's not right. But contrast is how you grow and how you learn. Because if nothing ever happens, I don't know that I've grown, right? If nothing ever comes and knock me down, I don't know that I've actually achieved joy.
Absolutely.
It's when those things come and I can still get back to my joyful place.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And that's the key that's tangible that people have to understand is even if you fall out of that happy place, even if your joy has dissipated for a minute, you can bring those vibrations and that energy and that happiness back up.
Just
you make a decision to do that. Right.
So here's a scenario I want to give. I don't know how much more time we have, but this is a quick one, right?
About 7 minutes.
Okay, so everybody's familiar when you're a kid of the merry-go-round, right? Yeah. Have you ever had a merry-go-round go really, really, really fast and try to either jump on it or jump off it?
Like this.
But it's almost impossible, right? When you get that gravity going so fast that you're almost stuck to it, right? You can't jump on that merry-go-round. You can't jump off. That is what I'm doing with my joy. I am getting the momentum of my joy going so fast and so rapid that joy can't jump off and negative can't jump on.
Come on.
Whatever I attract to myself sticks, and whatever is not meant to be bounces off. It can't keep up with my momentum of joy. So negativity has to go away. It has to be rejected because my momentum, that energy is so whirling and powerful. And I'm living in it, that whatever I want, Kendell, whatever I want, I'm gonna have it. I got it. I'm allowing it. I'm magnetizing it. I'm embracing it. And whatever does not serve me well, whatever belief that makes me feel bad or holds me back or makes me second guess myself, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Never to believe it again.
So important. That right there is so imperative to finding and keeping your joy and keeping your peace.
Yes.
Because that's so important. And also surrounding yourself by people like Ahisha, everyone knows those happy people. And they're like, okay, something's weird about them. They way too happy. Don't they know it's a pandemic going on? Why they laughing? Why they smiling? You know, some people can't stand it.
Right. Does she not live in America with us?
Her ex told me one time, like, how do you just wake up happy? Like,
right.
I need a couple, like you wake
like,
up, like there was
that?
something wrong with it. I'm like, yeah. Because I open my eyes and I can put my feet on the floor. I can see the room around me. Like, that's to me, that's room for happiness. Like, that's a space that I want to be in. So, but it's so important to surround yourself with people who do have that high energy, who do think like you do, and who are happy and saying, you know what? I'm not perfect. I'm not going to always be up, but you can be down shorter than you can be up. So don't allow yourself to dwell in that and stay in that. Like, be there, visit, you know, get a day pass, an hour pass. And then
I give myself a day pass.
Right.
That's, you know, that's my limit now, right? That is my limit.
Yeah.
A day. If I can't get over it in a day, something's wrong. And I call it my moody blue day. Like, this is just one of my days. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna learn what I can from it. And then tomorrow I'm done with it.
Yeah. And that's really, you have to do. And that's what intentional living is. That's what that is. It's about being intentional when you wake up that day. What is on your agenda? What is on your goal board? What is your vision? What are you trying to do? What are you know? And I was watching Will Smith on, what was he on? He was on, he was on Gammy's podcast. So Jada's mom's podcast. And I forgot who he was studying under, but he said that he splits the day in half. So the first part of the day is for what he can do for other people, being of service. And then the second half of that day is all for him. So that's really saying, no, I can't do this. I need this time, and being okay with that. Yeah. And it's about being self-full, not selfish. And people have to understand that when you say no, it's for your self-care. And you don't have to say yes to everything. And so many people are miserable and unhappy because they're saying yes to things that they really want to say no with, because they're people pleasers. They don't want to disappoint. They want to live their lives for other people. So I ask you this question: who are you living for? Right. Are you living to please other people, or are you living for you? We know if you believe in God, if you believe in whatever you believe, you know, I please God first, then I please myself. Then if I want to please somebody else, then I will. Right. You know, but you can't live for someone else. You can't live, because a lot of people die miserable. Because if you're in your state right now and you're miserable and you're unhappy and you're not trying to find your joy, what if you passed away today? Right. What would you? This is the state that you would be in. What's your legacy? What's your legacy? Your legacy. And some people would be like, well, I don't know, because I'll be dead. But don't think like that. You know, think about, you know, if you're not strong enough to love yourself right now and to be happy for yourself, think about the closest person to you and how they're looking at you. Because you might need that just to get, so you can see how much they love you and allow their love to transfer and jump into you, so you can start loving yourself the same way that person that you know really, really loves you. And then maybe you'll begin to see how special and how amazing you are. So you can start loving yourself. Ahisha said she was giving everything away to everyone else. And then she realized she wasn't happy. She was empty. And upset with them for loving themselves. Woo. Like upset with them. People. I don't have time for me, but I want you to have time for me. Woo. I don't have love for me, but I want you to have love for me. I don't have any joy for me, but I want you to have joy for me. I don't take care of me, but can you please take care of me? Ooh, we definitely got to do a part two. We definitely got to do a part two, because people are out here trying to pour from empty cups, dry as a chip, and they're still trying to pour from. And mad at other people because they're not pouring from their cup into yours. That's a word. Listen, here's something. You ever Kendell, have your epiphanies when you're advising someone else, like something, so it hits you, right? So I had one of my younger young ladies say one time, I'm so sick of people caring more about themselves than they do about me, right? And at that moment, because I know the person who said it, right? I said to her, but they're supposed to.
Nobody's supposed to care about you more than they care about themselves.
No.
Like it hit me at that moment. Like I was expecting people to care about me more than they cared about themselves. Like, what do you mean you need some time to yourself? But I need you.
Yeah. No, that's honest. Ahisha,
Yes.
we gotta do a part 2,
I would
whether
love
I'm
to.
there or whether it's through Zoom. We definitely
come to the Glam Zebo. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Because it is Gemini. It is Gemini season.
It
so maybe
is. And I'm doing a little get together, Kendell. So you have to come and feel the energy. There's nothing in the world like that Gemini energy. Nothing in the world.
No, ma'am. So if we are doing this, maybe we'll still do another one, do a part 2 while it's still in Gemini season. We'll still
I would love it.
I'm talking to Ahisha, y'all, about finding your joy and getting your joy back. So if you lost it, you can find it. If it's in the lost and the found, go claim it. Y'all know in elementary school,
give yourself the gift.
Give yourself the gift to love yourself and to be truly happy, coming from the bottom of your feet to the top of your dome. And most people are not happy because most people are living lives that others expected them or told them to live. So I just want you, and that's the best way you can truly honor yourself, is to be honest with yourself. And when you see something needs to be changed or transformed, then you need to fix it and do just that. Girl, I thank you so much for coming on and bringing your sunshine and your Glam Zebo.
Like seriously, Kendell, you are more than welcome to come. I would love to have you. I would love to share my joy and my vibe with you. I would just love to have your energy in my space. I would love to have your energy in my space.
And I would love to be there with you. Have some sister time and just spend that there. So we'll definitely arrange something for sure. You know, I'm serious about that for sure. Tell the people where they can follow you on social media to get a little bit of that sun love.
That's sun love. So there's a couple different places. I am trying to get my hashtags going of Miss Mocha's Mind. So it's MOKASMIND. And then this one is the big one, guys. This is hashtag have fun, get fit, live freestyle. That's something up and coming, but remember that. Remember it. Have some fun in this life, guys. Get fit. Live your life free.
Fun. Get fit.
Do that.
Yes,
do that.
I love it.
So you can catch me at both of those hashtags, and you can also catch me at Miss.Mocha_always. I am always going to be Miss Mocha. That is my alter ego. That is the girl who takes no stuff from nobody.
Love it. I love it. And I'm still jealous, but I'm so happy for you.
And when you get your place, I'll come help you if you need it.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll make it your space, your energy, your world.
I love it. I'm for that. I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna hold you to that. But I'm just so glad that you have that space that you carved out for yourself. It's a beautiful space. And I just want you, I don't have to tell you, I don't have to give you instruction, but keep smiling and keep providing that energy, because like you said, if it's one person, because I know when I see it, you said your son saw it, everyone else who comments sees it, and it is doing some good, and it is putting that beautiful energy out there, and it's keeping everyone's vibration high. So keep doing that, girl.
Thank you so much. And Kendell, yes, please keep doing what you're doing. We love you and we're so proud of you, and I'm just happy to know you.
Thank you so much. Likewise, the feeling is mutual. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to Kendelllenice Live. Season 1 was called the Interview Series. Season 2 is called Kendelllenice Live, the INNERview Series. So
love it.
That's what that's about, right?
Get ready, y'all.
Yep. So make sure you guys subscribe, please. Thank you so much for watching. Again, subscribe, like and share. God bless y'all. Until next time. Peace.
Till next time. Peace.